As we approach retirement, most of us dream of a simpler, more relaxed lifestyle. We envision spending our golden years pursuing our passions, traveling, and just enjoying quality time with our family and our loved ones. This video is for those people who are approaching retirement and they're not really sure about where to even start planning. We have people approach us all the time. I don't even know where to start. So, in today's video, we're going to share two practical things that you can do right now to get ready for retirement. Hi, I'm Trinice West, and our channel is all about retirement and travel. The harsh reality is, for many of us, the idea of retiring can be weighed down by clutter, not just physical clutter, but also financial clutter. And all this clutter can make the transition to even thinking about retirement to feel overwhelming, to feel stressful. In some cases, it can even paralyze us where we do nothing at all. Some people say, I have so much stuff, I can't even think about what I'm going to do with all this stuff. I have so many debts, I can't even think about retirement. And so, hopefully, these two practical tips will help you with your transition. And boy, I wish someone would have shared this with us so it would have made our retirement planning a whole lot easier. Number one, the first thing that you can do right now is declutter. Start getting rid of all of that stuff. Right now, the seasons are changing where I live at, and fall is in the air. And at this time of year, I always think about changing out my wardrobe, making sure that I have winter clothes and boots still fit, and, if you need to winterize your furnace and things like that. And so I prepare for the season ahead. You see the animals, they're running around preparing for the winter and for fall and winter. And so we have to do the same thing in our lives. We have to prepare for the next season. As you know, people who've been watching our channel, I'm a big time planner and I actually love planning. And I think it's so important to plan because your chances of being successful is higher if you do plan. So one of the things that I think is important for retirement is to learn how to right now, or put in place right now, a way to simplify your life. You don't want to wait until you're retired to start working on these things. That's like taking all your childhood toys into your adult life. You don't want to do that. Nor do you want to get to retirement and say, okay, well, I'll wait and declutter when I retire. You don't want to do that when you retire. You want to enjoy yourself. And besides, who wants to take care of all that stuff when you retire? So do it now. Kevin and I spent over a year trying to get rid of all of our stuff as we decided on the process of downsizing. And it took us about a year to do it. So if you're about 5 years out from retirement, start now. And so that way you can go take your time and really go through all the things. And so when you retire, it's done. I know. Some of you out there are asking, yeah, that sounds great, but how do I get rid of all this stuff? I don't even know where to start. I got piles and piles because, face it, those of us in our 50s, 60s, et cetera, on and on, even in your 40s, you've got decades of stuff. And so now it's time to do the opposite. You took all those years to collect it. Now it's time to like take all this time and to start getting rid of it. So the thing I would suggest that work for us is to break it down. Decide on an area you want to start with. It could be in the kitchen. You could decide to do something that's a really troubled area that you just dread looking at. You could do the garage. Garage is a big one. Or you could start with someplace simple like a cabinet in the kitchen. But pick an area and just work on that one area so you don't get overwhelmed. And then set a timer. You can say, okay, every Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do 30 minutes on this particular area until I get it done, and then go to the next area. You could do 15, 20 minutes at night, but set a timer, do it. Do not overwhelm yourself and try to just keep plugging. I'm just going to charge and do all of it at one time because you'll get discouraged because it is a lot of stuff. You don't realize how much you've collected till you start digging in. You're like, I haven't seen this stuff in 20 years, but do it that way. It makes it a whole lot easier for yourself if you can decide on the area to work on and then set a timer and have a time frame for how you're going to do it. next thing you're going to do is you're going to, now that you've decided on the area, is you're going to separate the stuff. Separate into piles. So you can say to yourself, these are things that I know that I'm no longer going to use or haven't used it in years. I don't need it. And decide, hey, I'm going to get rid of this. And there may be some things you're going to keep. If you're going to keep some stuff, make sure you go through and be brutal. I know it sounds awful, but and you're like, I spent so much money on this, but be brutal. You don't want to carry all that stuff and then take care of all that stuff. And then you have to store all that stuff. And if it's stuff that's got memories or have memories, take pictures of it, take photos, and then give it away and let someone else use it and create their own new memories. And then stuff that you know you don't need or is in disrepair, oh, I'm going to fix it, just go ahead and throw it away. I know it's rough, but just go ahead and trash it if you need to. We made multiple trips to the dump. Just throw it away if it's not something someone can use. You can also donate it. Now, what we did, the items that we decided to donate, we put in the trunk of our car. So we would be tempted, don't stick it in the garage or put it in the corner because you'll be tempted to say, oh, well, I think I could use that. No, just get it out of sight, put it in your trunk. Then when you go by, Salvation Army, wherever, and you find somewhere to donate it, then do it that way. That way you won't be tempted. And then find organizations to dump, to not dump it, find organizations to give it to. We're a military family, so we use AMVETS a lot. There are a lot of other companies that are out there, but you may be surprised. There are a lot of people who are not going to want your stuff. Man, we had a hard time donating it. I mean, we tried calling people to come pick it up, and we had to rent, vehicles to go take it somewhere. But it's, yeah, you'll be surprised. A lot of people don't want your stuff. And then, so if you can give it away, do that. You can do yard sales. I know some people do a yard sale, garage sale, and they just say everything $1. You can do that too. That's another idea. And that way you just kind of get rid of it. Find a young couple or young people who are just starting out, even your own kids, if they'll take it. My kids said my stuff was old fashioned. But anyway, if your kids will take it, give it to them if they're starting out on their own. It gives them a chance to leg up too. And then once you've done that, organize the area and create a pleasant area and don't junk it back up again and leave it that way because you want to get ready for your second act and you're going to do retirement. You want to do it with style. Okay, going back to that theme, no one wants your stuff. So try to give it away if you can, but realize that people may not want it and it's going to break your heart, but you may have to throw it away and then do that to lighten your load. And the most important thing about all of this, though, guys, is that your family's going to thank you. It's a lot of stuff to go through. And as you're going through it, the whole time I was going through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, my kids should give me the biggest hug because I didn't want to go through it. So can you imagine leaving that for someone else to go through? It's kind of unfair. So go through it. Do yourself and your family a favor and go through it. Now, one of the things that I did do that was a great little tip is like the files and all the papers. I just would sit in front of the TV and watch whatever show, and then would go through it that way. And then shred, pile, keep pile, go through pile, and separate that way. And then maybe when I'm not in front of the TV, I can actually look at the papers and stuff. I would do it that way. But this way, you can enter retirement lean and mean. You've lightened your load, and you'll feel freer than you ever imagined. We felt great after we got rid of our stuff, and we don't miss it. Of course, there are a few items we had to purchase again, but we got the latest model versus those ones that we've been keeping for decades. And you know something? You may find out that you don't even need that big, huge house that you're keeping, that you're currently living in, because now you have less stuff. Who knows? Maybe you'll downsize. I just want to pause the video for a moment just to ask that you please consider subscribing to our channel. We're trying to grow our channel, and I'm so thankful and grateful for all of those of you who subscribe. Thank you so much. Or just give us a like so that the YouTube algorithm will push it out to other people who may find this video useful. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Number 2, dump debt. This will keep you from retiring, and it will keep you from enjoying your retirement once you finally leave the working world. Debt is bondage. So, as much as you can, get rid of all the debt that you can, all of it if it's possible. This will allow you the freedom to do the things that you want to do in retirement. Try to get rid of all of your debt, maybe except for your mortgage. There's two schools of thoughts on that. Some people say get rid of the mortgage so you have nothing, and some people say don't tie all of your money into the house and keep the mortgage as a write-off. So it's up to you how you do it, but I would get rid of as much as you can because it does give you so much more freedom when you don't have to worry about paying these other bills and things that you have huge credit card debts and paying for dinners and lunches that you had years ago. Pay for it, pay it off, get rid of it. You appreciate it. Okay, just like with getting rid of stuff, you say, how do I get rid of it? Well, this is a situation that will take some time, discipline, and effort on your part. But first, I would analyze my current expenses and come up with a plan to get out of debt, and then stay disciplined so that you don't get back into that trap. If you're not sure how to do it, spend some time learning about how to get out of debt or get with someone who has already done it. There's so many resources on how to get out of debt. There are a ton of YouTube videos from different creators about how to get out of debt. There are courses that you can take. There are books that talk about that. You can get them from the library for free that you can check out. Talk to your financial advisor or financial mentor if you have that, or get with an accountability buddy that can help you. And you guys could check in with each other. How are you doing? I paid off this bill today. I paid off that bill this month. And get someone to help you out and get through it. There are a lot of resources that are out there that will help you get out of debt. And I will link some of those resources down in the description below. We carried very little debt, and that allowed us the ability to retire early. So I don't care how you do it, but figure out a plan, commit to it, and just do it. There are a lot of resources that will help you to do that. Whatever you do, don't get back in debt. Your future retired self will thank you. In conclusion, in this video, we talked about two things that you can do right now to start preparing for retirement. Decluttering your life and tackling your debt is crucial to preparing for a peaceful and fulfilling retirement. Don't wait until you're ready to leave the working world and trying to go through all your stuff and trying to dump debt so it'll be a little bit easier to retire. So don't wait and try to throw something together at the last minute. Create a plan now that would make you feel like you're making progress towards your dream of retirement. There's so many people who can't retire for one reason or another. You don't have to be in that group. Make a plan and start on your road to retirement right now. Just taking these two steps will help you so much, and you're going to feel great about it. You're going to be excited and you're going to be inspired. Retirement is a whole new season. Prepare for it so it's your best season. Will it be perfect? No. Will you still have problems? Yes. But prepare now so that you have the best season ever. You can do this. Besides, if you're decluttering, dumping debt, it will make the time go by so much more quickly. Thank you so much for watching our video today. Please like, subscribe, and comment below and let us know what you are doing to get ready for retirement or what tips you can share if you are already retired. Let's help each other. So take care, everyone, and cherish every moment.